So this one, the sliding window, is almost unopenable for their installations because we need to get our... Why people are replacing windows? Because of shit like this. Got another beauty here. Can't even friggin' open it. No. They must have been having a nice party, and somebody closed the window on them, and then that was it.
In springtime, the lady moth settles into the old vinyl frame window, where it is nice and cool because it's so poorly insulated. They're able to lay their eggs, and then they hatch inside the window and create all kinds of problems for homeowners in the future.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
All the fun is to ride on ourselves and say, hey, hey.
Morning, everybody. It's your favorite home inspector here, Ian from Timber Point Home Inspection, Master Home Inspector. We're here in the community of Citadel, and it's a beautiful community, but it is a toxic wasteland. Poorly insulating windows, poor quality, like we've seen before. So I'm assuming the reason why we're here, this isn't an overly old house, so the reason why we're here, I'm sure, is because we're dealing with some pretty poor windows. So we're gonna go have a look at those like we always do and see if we can find any surprises today. And we're also gonna show you some new processes that Ecoline is doing to help protect more of the house, help protect furniture, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really exciting thing. Come with me and we'll check them out. Okay, so you can see we're taking some extra steps today, and from going forward, we're gonna start covering all of the furniture, the dressers, really putting an emphasis on the floor, just doing an extra step to protect the homeowner's belongings and the furnishings. There is quite a little bit of dust that gets produced when we're taking off casings and taking out windows and all that kind of stuff. So it's best to just cover this all, and then that way we don't have to worry about, the homeowners don't have to worry about dust everywhere and cleaning it all up. I would make a comment to homeowners, if you are getting your windows replaced, to tidy up your spaces, do some dusting so that, and you'll do a nice clean of the room. That way there's just less dust to get up in the air once it starts getting disturbed. So there's still a bit of homework for people to do just in general to have a nice clean space. But it doesn't take these guys too long to tape everything up, kind of go room by room type of thing, and then move on to the next place. So it's a good thing to see. You can see the effort that's being created here, and it's all just for homeowners' benefit. Okay, we're in the master bedroom here. We're dealing with some vinyl windows. Looks like we have vinyl jam extension as well. There's probably going to be some wooden components inside. Again, 30-year-old windows, very builder grade, highly inefficient, very uncomfortable rooms. Temperature differences are very crazy in these houses. The homeowner I was talking to, he said that his son's room gets down to 16 degrees on cold days. That's not acceptable if you ask me. Considering the value of our homes these days, the amount of money we're putting into energy and our bills, paying for everything, you want to get things to be comfortable. We're not paying all this stuff just to, have a little bonfire in your room just to stay warm. That's not going to work. So this one, the sliding window, is almost unopenable. Like, it barely moves. It's sticking. The latch is loose and very poor quality. Just another very builder grade window. I'm assuming we're going to have bad insulation in there. That's going to be very ineffective, and one of the reasons why these rooms are so cold. So we're going to take this all apart and then get a new Ecoline and move on with our lives and be happy. Okay, we're going to cover up the big bed here. We're using our drop sheet. We're not going to try and drop our drop sheet, but we're going to lay it over all the linens, the bedding. This is just going to keep any dust from building up on the actual linens. It can be quite annoying to vacuum it all off after everyone leaves. So it's another step, making people happy. Okay, so we're just taking off our old window here, took off the casing. You can see how tight the gap is between the actual jam extension and the wall. This would never work for an Ecoline installation. We need that nice, half-inch gap so that we can get our spray foam nozzle in to properly seal up for air leaks. So when we take this out, there's probably gonna be a little bit of bad insulation in there, but not a lot. And that's gonna be one of the primary reasons why these windows, fail and become very energy inefficient and very uncomfortable, and lots of ice buildup and just really cold rooms. Okay, so one of our primary sources of all the dust that gets created when we're doing these window installations is from this fiberglass. When you remove it, releases all the dust that's built up over the years and a little bit of the fibers. So it's good to control that. It's good to see that we're doing that now, protecting these rooms. It's just taking a little bit more care. You can see how thick that this, insulation, it's just kind of folded up into, make it look like it's actually doing something. It's doing absolutely nothing. And more that I see this, I realize how ineffective this is. And this is, I would say, more the primary reason as to why these windows are so leaky. They're barely stuffed into that gap. So there's just so much cold air that comes through the window. And this is just doing nothing. It gets compressed. And as soon as you compress bad insulation, its insulating qualities are diminished, if not almost down to zero. So this is our reason why we're dealing with all this all the time. This is making Ecoline, all these window companies out there, why people are replacing windows because of shit like this. So this is why we're here, and then we get rid of it. We put our spray foam in, we seal around 100% coverage, and that's where you get all of those benefits. I have windows in my house that are done by Ecoline. The rooms that have been done, completely different, 100%, 180 difference between what they were before and after. And everyone's completely comfortable in the house now. So get rid of this and rebuild it from scratch and seal it up properly. Got another beauty here. Can't even friggin' open it.
Very safe.
What a disaster.
It's a safety window, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't get in. You don't even have to lock these windows. You don't have to worry about security. Guy will get up to the windows and be like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I can't even open it.
And in case of fire, you're gonna be a grilled chicken. No.
Oh yeah, new standard. There's some wood trim on the outside of this window. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. There is some paint peeling, so the homeowner can take care of that in the springtime, give it a good sanding and repaint the trims. It's gonna really freshen it up. There is a substantial amount of bees inside the window, so that's a nice surprise. Looks like they're building a little nest here. So lots of carcasses. Very sad to see that.
Are we gonna bury them?
We might have to. There's quite a few of them. They must have been having a nice party, and somebody closed the window on them, and then that was it.
In springtime, the lady moth settles into the old vinyl frame window, where it is nice and cool because it's so poorly insulated. They're able to lay their eggs, and then they hatch inside the window and create all kinds of problems for homeowners in the future.
We're just looking at one of our old windows in the kitchen. The interesting part here is we actually have a very thick marble type of casing. So this is a solid product. So when it comes down to it, the installers are gonna have to be very, very careful and very delicate not to damage it, because I'm assuming that the homeowners are gonna wanna reuse this component to tie in their other elements of their kitchen. So just another process where these guys are so good, they're so professional, they're able to do this kind of stuff. A lot of people, I don't even think they would attempt to even try to remove it, because they could crack it or damage it. So, but these Ecoline guys are as skilled as it gets, so I don't think they'll have any issue, but it's just gonna take a little bit of time.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Hey, hey. I just want to talk about this basement window. You can see things are a little bit different than normal basement windows. It's an actual egress window, given that you're able to open and close it to a certain dimensions that you're able to escape in an emergency. But when it comes to this window well and the clearance between the cantilever of the house and the ground, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to suck it in quite a bit if you're trying to get out. I think in a real emergency, someone would probably find a way to get out of there, but it does not meet building codes when it comes to proper egress standards. So just kind of information for yourself if you have situation like this at your own house. This window well would have to be extended out much farther so that you were able to actually properly get out. And then also you might want to take a little bit off of the height so that it's not sticking up so high. So if you have that in your own house, you know, if you can address it at some point, if you do have a bedroom down in your basement.
You're king of the leather.
This is a good vantage point and to see down into the construction here. These guys are doing a good job. These guys are dialed in. These are the installers that did my window. They're good. They're the best. All right, my favorite moment of the whole installation process, the most critical part is properly air sealing with our low density spray foam all the way around the window. We have our nice gap there. We're able to get in all the way to the front of the window, seal it all the way to the back, get all that coverage, prevent any air leaks. Again, this is basically a 180 from how the window was installed originally with that bad insulation that does completely nothing. This does lots. This completely isolates the window to the house and completely seals off everything. So that takes advantage of that triple pane, all the qualities that are made up of the window frame. You know, the windows come from the factory. They are Canadian made windows. I think they're built in Ontario, so they ship them out here. So that's one part of it, is obviously the window has to be built properly. But the installer and the installation process and how it's designed is far and above the most important steps. What's that?
Why are you useful?
Because I'm helping keeping the drop cloth down, keeping it from blowing away. So someone has to do the sitting. I will take the punishment and I will sit down. We got our brand new Canadian made window installed, you bet. And it's a crank window, casement window. You can see how these guys open so effortless. It's a great install, look at that. Easy enough to clean. You can be able to wipe it down in the summertime, do the inside, do the outside, very easy to maintain. It's one of these benefits with these casement windows. It's super easy to look after. And this is a triple pane window. Have their MDF casing installed. All that's left is a little bit of touch-up paint, and this one's good to go. You can see the transformation again, how effortless that was, and it's going to provide a lot of comfort to these homeowners. That I will guarantee. Well, folks, there you have it. That wraps up another project here with Ecoline. Really good transformation today. Very seamless process. No surprises on this one. Everything went really, really well, so I'm happy to take off. Again, seeing the extra steps that Ecoline is doing now with covering up all the furniture and providing extra protection to the floor. It's all just really good stuff. It's just going to add more benefit to the clients, to the homeowners. So I can't wait to see that going forward and putting more smiles on people's faces. So I think that's pretty much it for today. Again, my name's Ian. I'm with Timber Point Home Inspection. Catch you next time.